Hello, my people. I'm back. This is Backyard Politics. I'm Nikki. I spent some time last night and today writing a piece about my progressive journey and why I'm voting for Mark Gamba. So I'd like to read it to you. And I'm sorry I'm blocking part of it. I'll try not to, but deal with it. So it's called My Progressive Journey, Why I'm Voting for Mark Gamba. Whenever I'm feeling discouraged or off, I go back to what I'm passionate about and what I can directly impact. For me, that's this channel and getting Mark Gamba elected. You might wonder how I heard about this mayor from another city. I was really pissed when Trump got elected, and I was terrified when I learned of the climate crisis. I felt powerless, but had to do something. I have kids, and I'm not about to let their future be post-apocalyptic. My husband, Maddie, from the new show, let me start this over. My husband, Maddie, from the new show Hysteria on this channel, is a salesman, history junkie, great public speaker, used to be in a popular local band. I thought he'd be perfect to run for an office. I just didn't know how to get started or how it would be funded. I frankly didn't know shit. All I knew was I had to do something. Back in March of 2019, I submitted an application nominating Maddie to run for Congress through Justice Democrats. During this process, I learned about how corrupt our current rep, Schrader, is, and I read a quote from Mark Gamba through an OPB site saying, "There's not a progressive Democrat that I speak to that wouldn't love to see him primaried." I included that quote in the application because I thought it was a very compelling statement. I've also referred to that quote in a couple other videos previously of mine that I've talked about Gamba. Time went by and I still felt hopeless. I wanted more people to know the truth, like I had learned, but everyone seemed so focused on red versus blue. People I talked to treated me like I was crazy. It was so frustrating. I thought, fine, fuck it. I'm making my own channel and I'll prove that I'm right. I don't know anything about technology. If you've watched my videos, you know that. I have very low self-esteem. I didn't want to be on camera. I still don't. It's a very vulnerable place to be. In front of a camera with everyone you know judging you and internet trolls talking shit whenever they stumble upon one of your videos. God damn it, fine. I have nothing else, but I have a YouTube account, and that's how Backyard Politics was birthed. Fast forward to me scrolling through Twitter months later, I came across a tweet from Justice Democrats. It said that Mark Gamba was challenging Schrader in the primaries. I remember being so excited that I was running through the house yelling the news. My family thinks I'm nuts. I looked up all the videos and read all the articles about him that I could find at the time. Here's a disclaimer. I am in no way trying to take any credit for the Justice Democrats getting in contact with Gamba's campaign. I don't know how that all worked out. I'm assuming Mark Gamba just decided that he needed to run. But I wanted to give some background to lead into where I'm going with this. I signed up to be a volunteer and I made a Backyard Politics video about him. I tagged him in the video when I posted it to Twitter. To my surprise, he liked it and thanked me. I will never forget this moment. My daughter's orchestra concert was just wrapping up when I got the notification. I felt like I was finally being heard. In fact, I was so excited, I was screaming up and down, or jumping up and down screaming, and I was hitting my husband on the arm a bunch of times, and I hurt him, and I didn't mean to. He's also reached out through my Twitter DMs, thanking and encouraging me politically. And this isn't coming from just a super fan. This is like, I finally feel like somebody is hearing what I have to say. I'm not fucking crazy. A few weeks ago, my daughter and I went to a canvassing event for Gambas campaign. We walked in and a guy recognized me right away and introduced himself. He's the field director, Michael. Right after that, we met Mark. I feel weird calling him that. Mr. Gamba, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Gamba, or Mayor Gamba, soon to be Congressman Gamba. Anyway, he said something to the effect of, "I know you, you're the famous YouTuber. Thanks for doing that, by the way." Here I was, a 5'1" stay-at-home mom, talking to a 6-foot-tall mayor who knew me by name and was thanking me for the videos I make in my basement out of pure frustration and passion. To say I was a little starstruck is an understatement. Add to that my natural state of anxiousness. I was a mess. I quietly thanked him for running for Congress. I introduced my daughter to him. He asked her what her number one issue is. She said climate change. He smiled, high-fived her, and said, "Hey, me too." Mark is just like I thought he would be. He's friendly, calm, encouraging, and hopeful. Mark Gambas like Clyde Drexler. Clyde was my childhood hero. When Clyde played for the Blazers, he was a basketball god. But we were always the underdogs. In a generation of corporate Jordan, Clyde, the underdog, was often unnoticed. This gave him more challenges, but he was able to put Portland on the map. There's not a single basketball fan or Oregonian that doesn't know Clyde the Glide. He was the first Blazer to get a shoe deal. He was breaking records and demanding attention. He is now a Hall of Famer, and his jersey is retired in 2 cities, Portland and Houston. He made great strides for the team, Portland and Oregon. They say never meet your hero. Well, I met Clyde at a book signing about 16 years ago. I waited in line for what seemed like forever. When I finally met him, he was just like I had imagined and how he seemed on TV. A good, humble, sweet man. Clyde was only scheduled to be there for a couple of hours. The line was wrapped all the way around the building. He voluntarily stayed an extra couple of hours to sign everything and talk to all of the people who came to see him that day. He realized that he was there because of the people, not in spite of them. This is Mark Gamba, a kind, caring man who is running a grassroots campaign and willing to talk to every constituent. He knows he was put in his position to serve the people. He is one of us. He is out there in the streets, knocking on doors, protesting with the people, and fighting for our futures. And I would argue that Milwaukee probably loves Mark Gamba as much as Oregon loves Clyde. Right there, I'd like to pause for a moment and show you this quick little video.
Good afternoon, climate warriors. Milwaukee was the first Oregon city to declare a climate state of emergency. There is no question that it's an emergency. The Antarctic was 65 degrees this week. That's a record. Last summer, the Arctic was on fire. The Amazon is on fire. Australia is on fire. The Midwest was underwater for months and months. Houston has had 3 500-year storms in 3 years. Eastern Oregon, the dry side of the state, is flooding. How is this not an emergency? We are facing the greatest existential crisis our species has ever faced. But the federal government, who has known about this for 35 years, has not only failed to declare an emergency, it has not done a damn thing because most of Congress and the con man in the White House are sold out to the fossil fuel industry. A lot of cities like Milwaukee are doing everything they can to fight climate change. States like Oregon are trying to do the right thing, but the oil barons and the timber barons fear a different kind of existential crisis, one that will alter their ability to amass more trillions of dollars. And so they will spend millions lying to loggers, lying to farmers, lying to anyone that will listen, telling them that their lives are going to get worse if we address climate change the way we need to. First of all, this bill looks out for those folks. But more importantly, we need to engage the climate crisis with the ferocious intensity and all-out investment that we engaged World War II. In the process, we need to make sure that we leave no one behind. As a matter of fact, we need to use the catalyst of this crisis to lift everyone who is suffering out of poverty, to create millions of family wage jobs, union jobs, jobs with good benefits, to do all the things we need to do to stop climate chaos in the next 10 years. We know how to do this. We have all the tools we need. We just need politicians with the backbone to stand up to the billionaires and let them know that their time has come to pay. They need to pay for the damage that they have been doing to our planet for decades. Our young people are counting on us. The young people from the Sunrise Movement have been kicking ass all over this country. Young people like Maya Stout from Newport have been climate striking. The young people get it. Young people are not going to put up with our incremental, profits first, suicide cult. They want to live, and they want to live on a beautiful planet that we all got to enjoy. We can do this. We can heal our home. We can heal our people. We will pass legislation this year in Oregon. We will either do it in this building or we will do it at the ballot box. And then we will go kick some ass in Washington, D.C. And we will create an economy that serves the people, that heals the planet, and creates a future worthy of our children and our grandchildren. Now, I'd like to cede the rest of my time so that we can all hear from climate striker Maya Stout.
That's the end of the video, or I'd let her speak as well. Really quickly, there's more. This is Mark Gambas' Facebook page. So this is a great source for events or updates on what the campaign's doing. Let's see here. I wanted to show you a couple of pictures. Oh, he's having coffee in certain towns to get to know the voters and hear their concerns. Let me find that picture I was looking for. I think it's this way. So he was at the climate rally, and that's what the video was. And there were over 1,000 people there that heard his speech, which is awesome. And then here he is with Michael, his field manager, who's super sweet. They are out in Salem canvassing, talking to constituents. And then here's another example of him out in the public. Sorry if you hear my dog. She's my guard puppy. Anyway, Facebook is a great way to also sign up to volunteer, which I will get to in a moment. So to finish off my little letter/rant, it says, listen, I have major medical issues. I need surgeries. We have no insurance. My husband works over 40 hours a week. Sometimes he has to travel. I cover the household stuff on the inside and out. I mow lawns, clean my house and my grandmother's, shuttle kids around, work on my channel, phone bank, etc. With all that being said, you would think that Medicare for All or a UBI would be my number one issue. It's not. It's climate. It's as simple as this. If we don't have a habitable planet, nothing else matters. Nothing. I'm a nobody 90s punk rock kid, activist, progressive, anti-war introvert, basketball fan, mom, wife, YouTuber from Salem, Oregon, who just got frustrated and didn't take no for an answer. I never have. Because of this, I've been able to talk to so many people like Mark Gamba, the other people on his campaign who are the sweetest. Tony Tigg, Graham Elwood from the Political Vigilante, which if you're not already a subscriber, you must go over there to his YouTube page and subscribe. A New York Bernie delegate, I've talked to Joshua for Congress. He's running in Washington. Check him out as well. He's awesome. And other promising progressive candidates. I've had a meeting with my district rep. I've protested, rallied, phone banked, canvassed, had my letters to the editor published, and been able to start a progressive India media outlet of my own. My voice is being heard thanks to these people and people like you. The progressive message is being spread, and that's exactly what the ruling class is afraid of. So now it's time for you to get involved and to make your voices heard. No more excuses. No one else is going to do it for you. These are the ways to get involved. By liking, sharing, subscribing to Backyard Politics, leave comments in the bottom of these videos. It helps the algorithm. More people see it, more people know the information. They do the same, and it's like a telephone game when you're a kid. Visit markgamba.com and sign up to be a volunteer. You can also go to his Facebook page like I showed you. You can canvass, phone bank, there's office, data entry, be a writer, write letters to the editor, be a social media volunteer. You can donate because his campaign needs money because it's all grassroots. He's not funded by big oil lobbyists or I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm so tired. I've gotten no sleep and I was sick the last 3 days. He's not funded by big pharma, oil, any of the corrupt other areas. I'm so sorry. I'm almost at the end of this video though. Anyway, donate. If you don't live in Oregon Congressional District 5, check out what progressives are running in your area by looking at Brand New Congress. You can look at them on Twitter or Google them, I'm sure. Make sure you're registered as a Democrat to participate in primary voting. Primary voting day is May 19th. So, make sure you vote. Check out markgamba.com. Volunteer. He's the Clyde the Glide, if you will. I hope you guys all understood where I was going with that. I need to take a nap, but I have to go get my kids soon. So, until next time, have a great day. Medicare be with you.